Yeah. Good evening, everyone. How was today? Hope today was great. Um, Today is another beautiful day that the Lord has made. I hope we all can hear me very well, loud and clear. Have you learned anything at all this week? Have you learned anything this week? Did you learn anything yesterday? Hmm? Did you learn anything at all? Stars and Mars, my seniors, my senior designers on the chat, because I know that I have I have a lot of guys on the chat. On YouTube, I mean. So okay. Yeah, so let's start the day with our usual routine. So let me know what are your challenges and all. What are your challenges? If I don't get to answer your question from the comment section, just do me a favor, send it to your WhatsApp group. Then the community admin will find a way to get it across to me. If I'm not able to answer all your questions on call, so just send it um to your WhatsApp group and all of that, your WhatsApp community, and your admin will get it across to me. Okay. Okay, you don't have a laptop, you're waiting for Pixel Lab. That's okay, that's good. Yeah, there are a lot of tools we are not used to because we have not touched them. So it's gradual. We will still get there. We are learning all the tools gradually. The truth is that it's not all the tools in Photoshop that you will use. That's just the truth. You won't probably have need of everything because yesterday I was showing us the interface of Photoshop. I was showing us the menu bar and I showed you how that you can use Photoshop for painting, to create GIFs, for web. Photoshop has so many diverse functions that you cannot exhaust. So even as a designer, there are some tools that you might not know that, oh, I can actually still use this tool to achieve this thing. Today when I was learning, I was just going through one or two pages for inspiration. I saw how somebody made use of one tool I didn't even take note of in Photoshop. It was not It's on the toolbar, but it's the very last thing on the toolbar that I even felt like maybe it's just a way to design the toolbar. And the guy just made this. So I was like, oh wow, so this thing is actually a tool. So yeah, so somebody said I will buy laptop by weekend by God's grace. Yeah, no problem. It's worth it. Please get a good laptop. Don't just buy a laptop. Get a good one. Yeah, somebody said the tools in Photopea are so similar to that of Photoshop, so they were able to do the assignment. Somebody said I'm getting used to Photoshop tools bit by bit, unlike before. That's good. So practice makes perfect. So if you want to really enjoy using Photoshop, enjoy graphic design, you have to practice. You have to you have to really practice. Like you don't have a choice. You have to practice. You don't have a choice. So I promised us yesterday that today we'll be having a look at the assignments so that it doesn't look like, you know, we have not been reviewing the assignments and you have been sweating trying to do the assignments and it's not getting the same. So I'll do a review of the previous assignment and the assignment I gave you yesterday to sort of like go over that together, then go into continuation of what we learned yesterday. So I believe every one of us were here yesterday. If you were not here yesterday, let me see you in the comment section. We were not here, so everybody was here yesterday. Hmm. Okay, thank you very much. So we'll proceed. We'll proceed. Okay, I'm reading our comments. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's get to Instagram and see the assignments that we've submitted. So please don't forget, in case you ask any question that I didn't answer, just ask on the community group and maybe your admin will get it across to us. Okay. Okay, so can we see my screen already? Okay, a lot of people were not here yesterday, so probably you have to rewatch because quite a number of us were here yesterday too. So though I still try to go over what we did yesterday because I need to sometimes I might need to repeat what I did so that we can understand perfectly what we are trying to communicate. So please, technical, kindly help with the screen so that it's just the screen that is being seen. And remove my video. Okay, so we are here now. Uh, coming. Yeah, so please let me know if you can see my screen already. Okay, so somebody has rewatched and submitted the assignment already. That's good. A second, I'm trying to adjust my power pack for my laptop so that it doesn't go off in the middle of class. Okay, so can we see my screen? Okay, screen is showing. Okay, so let me go way down to the first assignment. Some people are just submitting the first ever assignments that we had. You see now, somebody's just submitting my creativity is my superpower. Or maybe this person used what's it called? This phone design. If you are on the chat, kindly confirm. King Promise. You used Pixel Lab, right? You used Pixel Lab for your design, for this particular design. If you are in the chats, just confirm it. Okay, maybe he's not here today. But this background is very, very common on Pixel Lab. So I don't like to do common things. Yeah, King Promise, yeah, yeah. So this background is very, very common on Pixel Lab. It's very common. So I would have preferred that you used a different background. So I'm coming back to review it. or rather, let me just review it right away in case I forget. So, King Promise, you did a very good job here. You did a very good job, but your job is not complete. In what sense? I told us of balance. I told us of balance and symmetrical balance. Looking at this design, it is not symmetrically balanced because the space on your left is not equal to the space on your right. So you didn't properly align your content to the middle. That's one. Then the space above is not equal to the space below. I told you always be mindful of that when you are designing. Those are the little tiny details that makes your design look neat. People don't know. Those are the little details that makes your design spark differently. So I would also advise that you implement hierarchy here such that Photoshop tools is not like is not in the same context with the although we are talking about Photoshop tools, you listed them, but you should have made Photoshop tools a bit bold to suggest that okay, this is the topic. Photoshop tools, that's the topic. So you make it bolder than market to layer to typography, other text. So that way I see Photoshop tools first, like okay, oh, this post is talking about Photoshop tools, then I want to read the rest of it. You can also make the market tool a bit bold, but not as bold as Photoshop tools. And the remaining details, you can maintain it like that. Hope you got the correction I just made. So the correction I'm making now is not is not just for King Promise, but it's for every one of us. Every one of us. So when you are making your design, make sure that you are mindful of the space. You are mindful of the space. So design is a very good arrangement. You did very well with the arrangement. Just that it's off balance and hierarchy was not put to notice. And then one last thing. So who can tell me the last thing? The last correction I am making on this design. Who can tell me? Let me see if somebody can note it. Who can tell me? Yeah, color usage. Thank you. Thank you. Contrast. Thank you. It's not clear. Yeah. So that's great. So meaning that all of us now understand. All of us now understand uh, those how to apply the elements and principles now. So the color, you don't even need to have that radial gradient. What they did there, that light green in the middle now expanding to that's what we call radial gradient. There's no need for you to use that radial gradient. It's just a simple, it's a very basic background on Pixel Lab. I understand that's where you got it from. So, but it doesn't effectively um, communicate because I can barely see what is written there. I have to squeeze my eyes to try and read it. So because the background is very light and your color too is light, so the contrast is not working. The contrast is not working. So you will have rather used a deep background and a light text on it. It will have brought out the the taste of your design the more. So well done, well done. So I think we've all learned that. So going forward, let me scroll down. I'm seeing a lot of great designs here. Since somebody else also used this person also used is it Mr. or Mrs. Oyiboade Okoyemi also used Pixel Lab. So you see the thing about Pixel Lab now. You see it now. Two people had already. So now let's say that this design is a design that maybe somebody in US needed this design for his business, and somebody in Nigeria needed this same design also. So and somebody in US made this design first before contacting somebody in Nigeria, and somebody in Nigeria made this exact same thing Won't the person be thinking that you just went online to copy it and submit it as the job you did for the person and you want to get paid for it? So it will look like piracy. So that's why majority of the times I always advise that create your own, leave templates and go and create your own. Even if you are going to work with templates, tweak it in a way that nobody will know that you got this template from this place. So as I saw it immediately, I already knew where you got it from. You understand? So try as much as possible to hide your source as a designer. Don't let anybody know where you're coming from. Confuse them. You understand? So that's one of the things that makes you stand out as a designer. That's what makes you stand out as a designer. So now you use the same exact same font, exact same background, and even same middle alignment. You understand? Just that the first person numbered the zone, the second person did not number the zone. So we'll show you how to get all these things. So maybe while I'm explaining the tools as well, I can be showing you around other areas and all of that. So try as much as possible to always create your own, be original. Somebody type it in the comment section. I will be original. Yeah, so let's move on. Okay, guys, what do you think? I think we should start reviewing it from here because I'm seeing a lot of my creativity is my superpower now. So, which means we have already gone past where we are supposed to start from. Yeah, so I think this is the first post. Kingsley official. So this is a good job. This is a very good job. Very, very good job. But the only thing I would like to say here is that mm, your text appear too big. You understand? It appears too big, especially the marquee layers on typography. So you can just reduce them a bit such that it doesn't look too big. You know, I spoke to us about positive space, the space your element is occupying. You understand? You just reduce the marquee, the layers, and typography a little. Yeah, a little. So that's all. You did well. Then the way you put the logo underneath, that DSA logo, you should have put it on top. You should have put it on top, just as aligned with the remaining content. So you did well. So well done. Well done. It shows that you are getting to have an understanding of how to use this. Okay, select. But your idea here, marquee to select objects for color change. That's not the only thing that you can use marquee to for. You can use marquee to cut, to create copies. You can use it to do quite a lot of things. So yeah, so thank you very much. That's good. Even though the background, I don't quite agree with the background, but I like your style already. So I am Z. I am Z. The design looks muffled up. Is Z on this call? Is she in class? Is Z in class? If you're in class, let me see in the comment section. Okay, Z is not here, but let's look at what Z did. This would have been a very good arrangement. Okay, Zainab is in class, so this would have been a very good arrangement, but the spacing of even your text It's not there yet. The spacing of even your text is not there yet. You understand me? Sorry, apologize about that. Your choice of font is affecting the design. You understand? So I would have preferred that you use something like a Sans. And I think you did this design with Pixel Lab as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think you did it with Pixel Lab as well. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Z, am I wrong? Did you do it with Pixel Lab? You see now, I'm able to identify a Pixel Lab design. So yeah, so your arrangement is quite good. I like that. So it's good. Your arrangement is good. Just that your choice of font is what really cause problem here. And I can really read it very well. I don't need to strain my eyes. And your contrast was good as well. So probably that white stuff that you put here, this white, I don't know what this is. You could have removed it as well. Removed it. Your DSA Digital Skillup Africa is not properly aligned as well. It's not properly aligned. This DSA Digital Skillup Africa is not properly aligned. So watch out next time. This D should have been on the same line with this marquee layer. I told you that in design there are some hidden lines that you can't see, but they are also guiding your design. So you'll have this D should have started on the same line here like this. Then this Digital Skillup Africa. You can even break it into three. Digital one line, Skillup one line, Africa one line. Then you put it beside A here. You understand? So those are just things you need to note. But you did well with the color and the contrast and all of that. Even though you did well with the color, but the choice of color as well still looks a bit, should I say too light, or but it's great. You did well with that. It's functional. Just that the grain is not there yet. Let me put it that way. So well done. You did well. Okay, so my May month of grace. Yeah, so though this is not a design, it's not our assignment, but let's just do a review. Number one, your choice of canvas is wrong. You chose, I don't know what software this person used, but this is definitely not Pixel Lab. Probably this is Canva or Photopea or what's this app you people mentioned in class? Elachi. Are you in class? Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name very well. Is Elachi in class? Okay, you can't see the image. Okay. Let me do it again. Okay, I think let me just share my screen again. Sorry about that. Can we see it now? Okay, so number one, as I was saying, this landscape mode didn't really work for this design. So please, are you in class? Elachi, are you in class? Okay, yeah, I've seen you. I've seen you. So well done on this design, but I'm like, you shouldn't have used this size because it really affected the output of your design. So and again, I was like telling us in class that whenever you want to make a design, kind of imagine in your head what resonates with the design. If you are not able to think about anything that resonates with the design at that moment, you can just go for a simple background that won't be busy. So this background for me is off. If I had even used a plain white background to communicate what you wanted to do, that would have been fine. So and your choice of font for Elachi, and as the incubator of Nigeria, don't use that font again. Don't use that. What software did you use, Ella? What software did you use? What software did you use, Ella? It's the last year. Ella, are you still there? Okay, so regardless of the software or application she used, so just change. You can make me very big, and under me you write month of grace, then you write happy new month. So that will have done justice to the job than this. So I hope we all understand. So let's go to another assignment. I won't be checking all these me because so now, okay, this is another very good design. I love the color. I love the color because the color is helping us to see well. But then I don't like the way you made the shape. Is actually making your design look um it's not making your design look neat. You understand? It's not making your design look neat. So that's all. Okay, so it's not making your design look neat. And all of us using landscape mode. Why are we using landscape mode now? You can just use square pixel to communicate what you want to do or use a portrait mode. Landscape mode is basically used maybe for YouTube covers, or maybe you are doing a publication that is in landscape. You have to design a publication that is in landscape. But when you have to hold your phone to view something, why should it be in landscape? Because if you put it in landscape, it will reduce the aspect ratio. You will lose space. If you are doing the design in landscape, you will lose a lot of space, except you want people to be tilting their phone to be able to read your design. So just do it in portrait, because the person that you are showing the design is most likely going to view it in portrait mode because they're going to be holding their phone. And even if they are doing it on their laptop, they will be able to see it very well. You'll be losing space if you design most of your content in landscape. And yesterday I told us that I want it in portrait mode. I repeated it severally that we should do all our designs in portrait mode. I repeated it severally yesterday. Just give me a second, please. I need to adjust. Just a second. Yeah, I'm back. So I told us yesterday that we need to put our designs in portrait mode. Is it that we can't see the image I'm analyzing? I don't understand though. Can't we see the image? So then the rectangle that you use as the background for the tool, okay, I think you wanted to write tool there, you wrote tool. The tool is used for selecting areas. That background should have more space on the top, like headroom, so that it's not just something. Let me see what's on my Photoshop before I open it. Don't let me open Photoshop here. Okay, let me go to Photoshop. I'm coming. Just give me a second, please. Okay, can we all see my Photoshop screen now? Can we all see my Photoshop screen now? Blank screen. What's happening now? Hold on. I'll share it all over again. Let me share it all over again. Okay, so it should come up soon. Should come up. Okay, so it's up now. We can see already, right? So now let me supposing this is now my own rectangle which I want to type in to. I just want to use it to quickly make correction on that design earlier so that any of us can make that mistake. So yeah, so just strictly come here. Hold on a minute. Let me drop it to yeah, and select my horizontal type. So let me type anything at all inside here. Hold on. Oh. I'm trying to use this to explain that the correction I'm making. If I'm explaining like that, you might not understand what I'm trying to say. So that's why I said let me just use this lorem ipsum. Yeah. Now look at this now. Look at this lorem ipsum I wrote now. You can see that there is space around it. There is negative space around it. This is what we call negative space or white space. See that there is space around it. Eh? So it's able to breathe. You can see it very well. You can see it very well, right? You can see the lorem ipsum. Sorry, that's the default text in Photoshop. You can see the lorem ipsum very well. So now imagine I did the lorem ipsum like this. Or let me do this way. Let me do before and after for you so that you can understand what I'm trying to say very well. So this one, example number one. So guys, which one will you pick? The first one or the second one? Is it the one on top or the one below? Which one are you going to go for? Okay, good. So you everyone understands now. The first one, right? So do we all understand the concept now? So make the space around your elements is very very important so that you can breathe. Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's good. Don't worry, you will learn how I made the copy, how I duplicated it. You will learn it. So let's go back to our assignment. I don't want us to be distracted so that we can finish. Uh, yeah. So do you now understand the correction I was trying to make on this design now? So for legendary prince, I believe I'm saying clearly. So legendary prince, please take note of that. So here now, your elements, your text is not breathing, right? Because apparently, your rectangle is choking it up. Yeah, that's it. That's the word. It's choking it up. Your rectangle is choking it up on this design. It's choking all your contents. Your rectangle is choking it up. It's choking it up. It's choking it up. So you have to make sure that it's breathing on top, below, and by the sides. Leave space so that your elements can breathe. So do we understand now? I hope you understood that. Okay, that's good. Let's continue our class. So let's come here. Mr. or Mrs. Dolapo Lajide, let me appreciate your efforts put into this design first. So this is a very also good design, but there will always be a but, right? but but you are doing so much on your design because number one, you don't apply shadows anyhow, and you don't apply outlines anyhow because shadows can make and can mar your design. So outlines can also make and mar your designs. So yeah, you don't have need for a shadow. You don't have a need for a shadow. So and all these Photoshop codes that you did, very good, is a very good thinking direction, but you didn't apply them very well. So I would say just remove them. You don't need to use them to explain all of that. So I think you use Canva. I think you use Canva. Use Canva. Then there is no space. Your design is choked up, like it's choked up. There is no space on the left, on the right. Everything is looking clumsy. So, and I told us less is more. Less is more. So, and then in your text formatting, you made a lot of errors, especially yeah. So you said let's you organize. Let's even say that's the correct. Let's okay. Let's you organize the layer tool. Lets you organize design elements on separate levels. So why is separate? Why is levels alone on this line? You understand? So those are the little details you need to pay attention to. So if it's not going to work on this same level, you can cut it from on, like cut it down on, let's be, let's you organize design elements the next line on separate levels, so that it's not be that it's only levels that is on this design. Then this line too is too long. You'll have cut it from layers. If you cut it from layers, you see that it's more balanced. So those are the tiny details that designers pay attention to that makes their designs look very good. So if you cut from layers now, it makes your design, your text here look more balanced. Same as this place. If you cut from with visual impact, don't leave any text alone in your sentence. Don't leave any word alone in your sentence when you are designing. At least you like if you cut from this width now, it make it look balanced. Now this thing is almost eating here. It's almost eating here. So just cut it from here, then you have more balance and you have more space to play around with. Then as I'm talking, if you carry your software, you remove the shadow, you remove the outlines, you remove all the Photoshop screenshots that you made, even including this. Then you now put even this rectangle, you try to make them curve edges, but the curve is not perfectly formed. You understand? So I'm not trying to be too harsh, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to communicate to you those tiny little details that you feel it doesn't matter. Those are the building blocks of a good design. So if this thing now is not forming perfectly, there's no need of you using it. Just leave it as a perfect rectangle as it was. If you are not getting the curved edges right, do you understand me now? So I maybe use different colors. You can put this in green, put your text on white. Then the distance, the space between marquee 2 and what displays marquee 2 here is too much. It's too wide. So you'll have just probably put it on white, put it in any other color, put it in green, or put all of them in the same color. It will have done a very good justice to that. Yeah. So let me try and demonstrate what I'm trying to talk about for you. So let me go to Photoshop. I believe we all can see my Photoshop. So let me delete this now. So let's see uh, box. Okay, some of us are already using Photoshop, so maybe that's why you're asking me how I'm able to duplicate it. Just press Alt. Once you press Alt, it will duplicate by itself. Then you click down to move it, so it will duplicate. Yeah. So probably you are trying to do your assignment with Photoshop, so you don't know how you are duplicating the exact same thing. So that's another tip for the class. So look at this now. What do you guys think? Is this not neat? So I want to make sure that my spaces are equal. Yeah, I got it right. So yeah. So let's assume now this one is understanding Photoshop. Can you see it now? Uh, understanding. So let me do my kerning. I know Mr. Daya started scanning and tracking already. I'm do my tracking as well so that you can see it well. My so that my text can breathe. I don't want to suffocate my text the way some of you are suffocating your text. Let me be gentle on my own. Let's go for 12. Yeah. So yeah. So now this is for Marky 2. Let's say M for Marky. And is it not amazed that I gave all of you one brief and people are doing it in different dimensions? That's what I told you about creativity in design. We all think differently. Somebody brought this direction, other people are using another approach as well. You see the spirit of design now. So this is the market too, this is the layer too, and let's say this is the typography too. This explains the typography too. Now look at this layout now. This is what we call layout in design. Look at how I've laid it out. See how neat it is. Hmm? So you see that if I now start adding outline to that green, I will spoil the design. If I add outline or I decide to put shadow, I will spoil the design. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? So there's no standard text or font to use. Just use majorly sans serif fonts to write your uh to write your contents. Or else, may I use majorly sans because sans look more official, bold, and all of that. Especially, okay, I can give you some sans fonts you can get. Okay, let me just quickly do that. Uh, let me go to my Photoshop classes. Let me see some sans I have. So I have is it only galvanizer I have? Okay, so let me see serif, some flare. Ah, what's going on? Okay, so maybe I will try and collate a list of fonts you can get later. I wanted to show you from the ones I have, but I don't know why Photoshop is not displaying all my fonts. Maybe I have to restart it or something. I don't know. So we will do that. Let's just continue with our assignment review for now. So you can see that now. So compare what I just showed you to what you are seeing on your screen right now. So you see that less is more. Do we see that less is more in design now? So someone that was asking how to create a new worksheet or a new canvas in Photoshop, we already explained that in class yesterday. That's why it's important for you to come to class every day. So because of you, I might have to repeat it again today. But I will only repeat that and I'll jump straight to today's class. Yes, there's a specific time to use shadow. You don't use shadow anyhow in design. For example, when when do you see when is shadow applicable? I don't know how best to ask this question now. Like in normal real human life, in normal real human life, when do you see shadow? Shadow can be used to number one create depth or to show that oh something is actually floating or something is uh, or light is bouncing on something and casting the shadow or something. So on this particular design now, there is no application of light. Maybe light is falling on your text and it's casting the shadow somewhere. You don't really need to put shadow here. There is no use of shadow in this place. So there have been so many wrong use of shadows. For example, now let's say you want to use an image of Okay, hold on, let me show you a design I made. uh I want to show you a design I made, even though I'm not even sure I applied shadow in that design. I'm not sure. Even though the design needed shadow, I'm not sure I applied shadow, but let me check it. Let me be sure if I did or not. So if I did, look at it now. Uh, so look at this. Look at this design now. I'm trying to make it big. See the two of them working. So I made this. This is, you see the new month design that you are doing. This is my own. This is a new month design I did. So now look at their legs. I didn't even put shadow there. So their legs, I could have casted a shadow of they walking, like they are walking somewhere, they are going somewhere. I should have put a shadow, but even though I didn't put it, so that's a typical application of where you can put shadow. You understand what I'm trying to say now? But I'm not sure I have a design here where I even used shadow. But you can't just use shadow on text anyhow. No, it's not permitted. You can't use you can't make use of shadows anyhow on text. So I hope you understand on text and on shapes and all of that. So when you have need of shadow, you will know. That's when you will start doing manipulations, manipulating images and all of that. So yeah, Photoshop has a way of categorizing your fonts for you. Yeah, Photoshop has a way of doing that. That's a way of categorizing, like this is your sans serif and all of that. Am I still in class? Can you hear me? I'm not seeing anybody say anything. Oh. Yeah, so those are the periods where you use shadow. So we are correct. I'm trying to I'm not seeing our comments again, so I'm trying to probably refresh my internet to be sure that the error is not coming from my end. Uh, okay, you can hear me. You can hear me clearly. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so don't use shadow anyhow, please. Don't use shadow anyhow. Don't use shadow anyhow. Okay, so I want us to also know that I'm not just reviewing designs alone. There are so many things, I've said while reviewing all these designs. So don't see it as I'm spending too much time reviewing design. So I believe you have learnt one or two things also from me reviewing those designs. So even though I might end up not reviewing all your assignments, but you can see that um for instance now this shadow now wouldn't have come up if I didn't review this design. So thank you very much. But how many of us saw the design I shared to explain shadow? I'm not sure you guys saw that design. Did you see it? I shared the design on my system to show you where I should have even used shadows and I didn't use it. Did we see it? Okay, so I think we saw it. Yeah. Yeah, so please just learn as much as possible from the reviews as well. So don't use shadows anyhow. At least we have learned how to use spaces now and your choice of fonts. So okay, this is a good design as well, but I think maybe Instagram cropped it, so I'm not even able to see. I'm not able to see very well, or if this is actually the right aspect. This person didn't make the post well, so I'm not able to see. Sorry about that. Uh, so I've already said so many things around this already. So the person that did this design knows how to correct it now. Your spaces here, see the space here. The space around this box is not correct. Then your alignment up, down is not the same. And I already told us don't use landscape except it is needed. The landscape is not even needed at all. You just do your design on a 1:1 or a portrait mode something. So I'm not going to review all this. My creativity is my superpower. That assignment has passed. Okay. Okay, so this person too should already know what to do by now. Your texts are close to the edge, which is very wrong. Very wrong. So align yourself properly now. I've already explained that already to us. So align yourself properly. So all these small, small mistakes now, I believe nobody should make that mistake again, please. For the sake of the progress of this class, we shouldn't be making those mistakes anymore. So I don't even know what to say to this design. It's a good design, a nice concept too. And don't mind me, it's a nice concept, but this person used phone. I can see the deficiency of using phone here. This marquee too is not even on a straight line. So don't be mindful of slanted texts. Be mindful of slanted text. Your text is also too close to the border. It is not allowed. Too close. Then look at even your sign here is favor Ezekiel Photoshop 2 class is too close to the last line. Look at the space you have above uses here. Look at this. There's no space at all here. So it's very, very wrong. Photoshop 2 is very, very wrong. If you are aligning to the left, let everything be aligned to the left. See now, see this now is not aligned properly. It's not aligned. See, look at it now. If I'm to use a ruler now from the beginning of this market to now, look at it. See what I'm cutting off. So I believe you know how to correct yourself now. Okay, so this person tried. Okay, oh. So well, we'll be going on the break soon. When we come back from the break, I review yesterday's assignment, the one I can review. Then we'll get into Photoshop and learn some great stuff for today as well. So let me just take two or three more, and that will be all. Nice. It's a very nice design. Now look at this person now. Even though he still brought in the screenshot from Photoshop, as well. See the way he was able to properly arrange it, even though the design is muffled up. I don't know why are you underlining. You're not writing. Don't underline in graphic design or don't do all this underlining. You're not writing on the chalkboard now. Don't be underlining like this again. No. Don't underline like this again. So Photoshop tools, even though your design tool is still too busy. So, but everything you need to correct yourself on, I believe you already understand from the explanations I have made already. So, okay, you already know what to do. So, your background is busy. Told us several times, make sure your background is a neat background. Nothing should distract your main content from your back. I don't even know whether I'm looking at the background or I'm looking at the text. So, please take note of that. Your background is, I would have preferred that you use a very plain background. That's Queen Bell. Use a plain background if you don't know what background to use. You understand? Then alignment, you didn't properly follow your alignment. The space, there's no space here at all. Your text has already entered into the border, which is very, very wrong. And I've explained that this layer panel should have aligned with every other thing to show that's repetition. I taught us repetition when we're talking about principles of design. The same way you did this, you will have repeated the same thing here. So that it shows that okay, all these things is like all these things you align together are the same things. Do you understand? Okay, so thank you very much. We're going on a short break now. We'll be right back by 8:05. We'll be back. So take your attendance. Thank you very much. I'll be back soon. God bless you. Okay, so welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So how was our break? Hope we have filled the attendance already. Hope we have filled the attendance already. I'm going through our comments, so I'm trying to read our comments and know what's going on there. Yeah, your text must be aligned. Whatever form of alignment you use that throughout so that your design will look neat. Because if you don't use it throughout, your design then tends to look muffled up or something. It's like you are not consistent and you know, just stay true. If whatever form of alignment you're using, just stay true. Yeah, so I can see that a lot of us are learning from the reviews. So please, let's start taking note of those things and start correcting it in our designs. Don't forget, even if you have to take a pen and jot down some of the corrections I've made and all of that. So please don't hesitate to do that. Please. So I'm just gonna go back and share my screen right now. Then we'll continue the reviews, especially yesterday's assignment. Then we go ahead. So all of us now we know what we have not done well. Abby, let me know if you already know. Can we see my screen already? To show now. I think my screen is there now. Can we see it now? And I'm seeing questions regarding squad and all of that. So just message your community admin. So download Photopea, Photo Photopea. Oh no, sorry, I think it's even web based self. So just go to Photopea. Let's go there. Let me show you what Photopea looks like. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, so Photopea is Photopea.com. Photopea.com. So this is Photopea. Start using Photopea. So when I said I've posted all four assignments, but none has ever been reviewed, I need to know if what I'm doing is right. I don't know if I've done well or not so far. The truth is, we have, I don't know the exact figure, but I'm very, very sure we have over 5,000 or almost 5,000 thereabout, plus or minus people engaged in this course. So if you have to come to class every day and review every design one by one, you will not, we won't even do anything on our syllabus. So the thing is, do your assignment submit it. If it gets reviewed, fine. If it doesn't get reviewed, trust me, I check all our assignments. Everything you submit, I see them. Everything you submit, I see them. But I may not be able to review everything in class. So, but from the ones I'm reviewing, you should be able to pick your own corrections. If I say somebody did something wrong and you did exact same thing in your own design too, and I already told you it is wrong, you already know that there's no need for me to review your design again. Just go to your design and make the correction on your design. It's as simple as that. I hope you get that. So I don't want to dwell too much on that. So let's move on. I don't know photo peer user, so please come and rescue me. Oh. It's just rolling, rolling, rolling. It's not coming on. So I have left it alone for photo peer. Yeah, yeah. So let's go on. Oh, nice, nice. So somebody, okay, this is not a DSA assignment though. Who did this design? I need to clap for this person. Even though there are some mistakes, so but no, let's judge this design by ourselves. There is enough space, even though the space is not balanced, but there is enough space. No hierarchy was practiced, which I think that's another correction the person should take note. Winning Nancy. That's another correction you should take note. So please take note of that. But the space, I love the spacing. That's good. Let your design breathe. That's a very good. And then the way you wrote the hashtags under, you'll have just put all the hashtags on a straight line so that it will help your design to be more balanced. All of them on a straight line. You understand? We are tagging the Incubator Nigeria. Okay, so yeah, uh, our first person to submit yesterday's assignment, Shining Stars underscore trends. So well done, well done. So I could see that you applied um even design principles in submitting this assignment the way you did your before and after. That's a very good one. So well done, well done. I see you, I see you, I see you. Okay, I really don't have much to vet on this because it's just a function of. So yeah, so I see this person changed the color of clothes here. You just changed red to pink. But now the pink is showing on the face of your subject. Is there any human being that has a pink face? So though that's why I said that uh probably you didn't use that tool I explained to us yesterday that you can use to select just a portion of your whole subject. So like the changes you are making, you apply to just that subject. So I said yesterday I was telling us that whenever you are making such edits, look at the skin tone very well. Look at the skin tone very well. That will tell you if you are doing the right thing or not. So there is no human being. Have you ever seen a human being with pink skin before or pink face? So you can judge yourself from this design now. Okay, so I see this person was applying. Is it polarized now or threshold? I think that's good. Let me see what's on the other side. Okay, yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So I can see that you're already using Photoshop. That's nice. I'm happy. Thank you. Very good. Very good. Anuluwapo Shobo Ali. A darker image brightened up using Photoshop. That's a very good one. So, but going forward, when you guys are submitting your assignments, don't say because what I asked you to do is not a design, you not do any design. No, make sure that it is proper. Nice, 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 nice. I love this. I love this. So don't go and do anyhow design or anyhow assignment and something because I didn't say do a design. Then you not decide to you not take note of your alignment. You didn't take note of your space. I won't take that. Too. you must do it very well, even though it's not a graphic design assignment. As designers, you have everything must be aligned, everything must be balanced. uh yeah, so this person used Pixel Lab. That's good. If you submitted the assignment on the WhatsApp group, the community admin will get it across to us, don't worry. So let's go on. So if you look at this design now, you see that the color change that was made on this design affected the face, affected the face. Though I'll still give it to this person because, of course, he applied the spacing and everything. He did all of that very well. But just as the face still needs some work. Look at the background. The green came out more. Yeah, so this is more like it. So well done. So this person also a darker image, brighten it up. Yeah. So let's go on. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, you did well, but the face, the skin is too white. See what I told you? You could have just maintained the same skin tone on this red and change just the clothes from red to purple. You understand? So you see, that's good. You don't need those resources, so you don't need it. You can just screenshot a design that has it and crop it out or something. You don't need it just for the sake of submitting your assignment. So you don't wait for anybody to send you those resources. And for images you use, I didn't send image to anybody. You can just simply use any random image you find online to do your design. You understand? So I didn't send anybody any image. So just figure it out the image you want to use. So before and after, I want to open this one because I feel like the before is even better than the after. That's what I feel like, you know. So when you are doing your designs, and funnily enough, the person did a lot of explanation. So, but then I want to be sure I'm not mixing up anything on this design. Okay, so I believe probably the first picture was overexposed to the person. Because what I noticed that he did was that he tried to reduce the brightness. You know, it's possible for an image to be overexposed, but for me, I feel like it was a bit overexposed, but you reduce this too much. You understand? You reduce it too much. You reduce it too much. Yeah. So, but well done, well done, well done, well done. I could see that you didn't tamper with the skin tone and you tried to maintain the skin tone. That's a good one there. Well done. Oh goodness, this is a no, 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 no. Don't do this in design. Oh. You know, we are also trying to be realistic. You know, do what is real. Look at this person's face now. If you see somebody with this kind of face outside, won't you be like, "Ah, is this person healthy like this?" Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So watch the skin tone. I've said it before. Watch the skin tone. Watch the skin tone. Whenever you are designing, this person's face is looking like green, sort of. You understand? So which is out of it. I can't see if I see somebody like that, I will distance myself, or maybe this is Corona part 3 or Corona part 4. So always watch the skin tone. You don't want to give somebody a skin that is not theirs, right? Yeah, so let's move on. So Let me go on. Okay, let me see something here. Oh, this is not our class. Sorry, this is video editing. Before, after. Okay. Oh. Before, after. Still, this is also still around the skin tone. So, majority of us filled that skin tone aspect. So please, let's do better. I want to give this person 65%, 50 love. Let me give you 50%. Okay, so I give you 75%. So that's this is a good one. Yeah, you enhance the image properly. Properly. Yeah, this is it. This is it right there. Yeah. So that's good. I see a lot of us do nice work. Okay, so that's very good. That's very nice. So let's go to Photoshop for today. Uh I hope we've learned a lot. Let me know if you learned a lot from the review. So if you learned a lot, let me know in the comment section and probably highlight one or two things that you learned so that I can be sure that truly we learned something. Okay, you found it difficult to save your work and send it to your phone. Oh, okay. So I'll show you how to save your work, how to save whatever you did. Um, okay, Ella is saying that it's difficult to work with the phone. Can you see now? So you are shooting yourself in the leg while working on phone. But meanwhile, I feel like phone is even the easiest to work with because sometimes you will have done the skin tone on your laptop. You feel like, especially if your laptop does not have a graphics card, you will have done it to be very nice on your laptop. When you now send it to your phone, then you now see something else entirely. So, but if you are working with it on your phone, you are already seeing the output already. So, I on the contrary, I feel like it's even best for you to edit images on your phone. But if your laptop, if you understand how your laptop works, then maybe you apply little saturation because if you use green, you know that if you use maybe you use green at 20, you know your laptop is using 40 something already. So you know how to now reduce the saturation if you are working with laptop. So yeah, so that's my own opinion. Don't submit it on X. Oh. Nobody's going to check your post on X. Oh my goodness. Please just give me a second. Let me grab a glass of water. I'm getting dehydrated. Uh just a second, please. Sorry. Okay, yeah, so thank you. I'm back. Let me check the comments I've missed. Yes, the one that said reduce shadow. It's not reduce shadow, remove shadow where it is not needed at all. And we have not gotten to shadows. So don't use shadow at all. Don't even go there until I show you what you want to do with shadows. So how can you use Photopea on your phone? Just go to photopea.com. Let me see if my Photopea has opened. Yeah, so you see now, this is how Photopea looks. You can see your file, edit, image, layer, select, filter, view, and all of that. So I'm just gonna come here, new project. You can see what I was teaching you on Photoshop the other day. You can see it here already. How to start your own. Let me show you on Photoshop as well. So this is what it looks like on Photoshop. New. You see the same thing. So this is Photoshop. I hope I'm not too fast though, because I'm trying to. Thank you. I've taken water. Thank you. I've had some water. Okay, so although I've explained how to place pictures yesterday, so but I'll still explain again today. So you see Photoshop now. See the pixels, everything. You see the start area of Photoshop. So it's similar to that of Photopea. Look at it now, Photopea. So similar. So you just come here. I told us yesterday to work with uh what did I say we should work with yesterday? 1350, 1200. So let's go with 1350 now. 1350 and one, sorry, it should be the other way around. 1080 in pixels. I already explained all this unit of measurement for you guys. So don't let us waste time by doing that. So create. So already. We're already, this is just like Photoshop already. So let me go to Photoshop and do the same thing just to make sure that I'm carrying all of us along. Yes, I'm just gonna do 1350 portrait mode and create. Can you see it already? So although to me in a way Photoshop feels original. Photoshop feels like I am holding uh how do I put it now? Photoshop feels like I am holding, I don't even know how to explain it now. Okay, Photoshop feels like I am driving a Benz. That's how I feel right now. Like Photoshop feels like I am driving a Benz or a BMW, and then Photopea feels like I am driving a Corolla. Let me put it that way. You know, it's Photopea feels like a clone. Yeah, feels like a clone of the original software. Photopea looks like a clone of the original software. So for Photoshop, it's still the best. You understand? It's still the best. I mean, what is this art showing up beside my workspace? I don't understand. So, but then you can create a lot of stuff. Like see the Marquee 2 now. What is this? The Magic Wand tool is here. You know, it's similar. Yeah, very similar. But it doesn't have all those adjustments. The layer I was trying to show us. Let me see if it has. It has. Wow, look at it here. So this was all those hue and saturation I was showing us yesterday. Look at it now. Can you see that? So if you don't have Photoshop, go ahead and get Photopea. If you are using Pixel Lab, that's okay, no problem. But make sure that you also go ahead and get Photopea as well, because I think Photopea is the game changer. So we can do some similar stuffs with Photopea as well. So, but for now, let me go. Whatever I teach you in Photoshop, since you guys can see that Photopea is like a clone, just go and practice it. If you are having difficulty downloading Photoshop, just go and practice it with Photopea. You understand? So let me go back to Photoshop right now. Ah, guys, all of you are saying I'm too fast. I already explained resolution, that 72 resolution for screen, 300 resolution, 300 dpi, yeah, for print. I already explained that. PPI, sorry, pixels per inch. I already explained that yesterday. So okay, so let me just go back. But talking of Photoshop, we are already talking of Illustrator. Maybe next week we can see what we can do around Illustrator. I don't know. Maybe next week. So that, but I promise you, we are not going to go deep inside Illustrator, because you can't even finish learning Photoshop. Photoshop is a whole lot. We have not done a lot of Photoshop. We are already doing Photopea, doing Pixel Lab, and you still want to add Illustrator in 3 months. Come on now. So uh yeah, so let me go ahead and create this again. So for the sake of those, once you open your Photoshop, you see file, you see where to create new. Then you just come here, input what you want to input, the size you want to design with. I already explained how these sizes work. So if you don't know how the sizes work, I guess you have to go back to yesterday's class. Go and rewatch yesterday's class. You will learn a lot from the class as well. So let me just do 200 now. 1200 and 1080. So in portrait mode. Oh. And all of you that did the wrong thing, I already told you the size to use yesterday. Most of us still went ahead and used another size. I don't understand. We went to go and be doing landscape. I already told us I want portraits. Portraits. I told us yesterday. And we still went ahead and did landscape. Oburu. So I'm just gonna go ahead and create. So now I'm in the software. Yesterday we were trying to play around, adjustment layer. Yeah, so and I told us all these things. Now this is where we got them from. We come to window, you see now, and you see when you come to window, you see workspace, you see essentials, 3D, graphic and web, motion paint, photography. I already explained that yesterday. If you come to now, I've changed to photography, so I can go back and change it to painting, which it was before. So I'm using painting because I love the way the painting gives, the way the panel, the default panel style is. That's why I use painting. So, and I can move this, although I can rearrange every other mode. If I come back to window, workspace, I can rearrange it, all of them the way I want to. So, but I'm just using painting. So not necessarily because I'm even doing a painting work. So yeah, so you can move it around, you can do whatever you want, with your toolbar. So here is it. You understand what I mean? So yeah. Okay, so let me now show us how to bring in an image. I told you yesterday that you can download once you have the image in your folder, in your file. You all simply just go to your file explorer, um, and bring in the image you want to work on. So let me look for an image. Okay, I think I already used this image yesterday. So I'm trying to look for an image. Oh. Okay, so you saw how I brought in the image, right? I'm using Photoshop 2022 for the person that is asking me what Photoshop I am using. I'm using Photoshop 2022. So 1200 by 1080. So 1200 is the height. 1200 is the height and 1080 is the width. Yeah, yeah, correct. So that gives you a portrait mode. But the landscape mode will be the other way around. But we are working with portrait mode. We have already considered those that don't have laptop. We said go to photopeer.com. Photopeer is a clone of Photoshop. You can primarily see, look at it here now. See, this is Photopeer. Look at Photopeer here. If you come to the window of Photopeer, you can see other tools, everything similar. It's not even having all those things Photoshop has do, but you can still do a lot with this. Let me bring in the image on Photopeer as well. This same two image like this, just drag it, come to Photopeer, and you drop it. It's just the same way I have applied it on Photoshop. You see it now. Look at the two images here already. So I believe we understand what I'm trying to say now. So that's how to use Photopeer. So look at it already. Just the same thing I was trying to do on the other on Photoshop. Look at it here already. So that's just it's not like I'm trying to discriminate or whatsoever. You understand me now? So yeah, what's in the image now? Just go to your file explorer and drag it in. That's how to bring in your image on Photoshop. Okay. I'm not doing poster my wall. Oh. I'm not touching poster my wall at all. The software I'm using, Photopeer, Pixel Lab, I'm good to go. And Photoshop. Photoshop select, so it's not all images you can import, but majority of the images, .jpeg images, you are good to go. Please smile. What did you try on Photopeer that is not working? Oh? Because for me to be able to achieve it on Photopeer, it means that it's working on Photopeer. So okay, so for tonight's class, I'm going to do a very simple design for us using all what we have learned. So then we'll wrap up the class and close for today. So we're going to do a simple design together. So look for an image online, adjust it the way I've just adjusted my own. Could be any image, but I'm just trying to teach you guys something here. I'm trying to teach you guys something here. So this image now, let me say, okay, let's do this way. Let's do it this way so that all of us can practice the same thing. Let's use, I'm going to send this image. I'm going to send this image to our community admins. So they will send it to us. So we'll make use of the same image in your design to do this exact same thing. So this is this is like Daniel in the Bible, Daniel in the lion's den. So I'm going to send this image to our community admin, so they get this image to us. These are Daniel. So I'm just going to come to adjustments and do one or two tweaking over there. So you can see You can see shadow applied under that next fits in the design. Yeah, so you can see how I toned it down so that the light can perfectly have an effect. You see before, let me show you the before and the after now. Use the before. See that it's too bright, right? Too bright. I already taught us how to use layers. So some people will still ask me what did I press. Those that don't used to come to class, that's how you used to catch them. They will still ask me what did I press. Look at it now. After I just simply use brightness and contrast on the adjustment layer. And look at it now. Mhm. I'm not doing Canva. Please, I'm not doing Canva. So let's go on. So I'm here now. So uh I feel like the face is not showing a little the way we want. So I want to bring up the brightness a little. Yeah, so I'm okay there. So then I want to look at one or two things I can tweak, watch out for. Come to hue and saturation. Let me see. Okay. If you want to be realistic, you will tell me that green light cannot shine inside this place. So, but some briefs might warrant you to like change the color. Probably the brand color is green. So maybe a brand is asking you to do a design with Daniel the lines, and so you might be trying to um uh or let me say blue. Let me actually see what I can do with blue. Yeah, look at it now. Look at blue. Okay. So let's say I want to use this blue now. Let's say I'm designing for a brand that has this as their brand color. So you can do your own design with whichever color you wish with this same image. Oh. So now I want to do a design that will generate okay, so hold on. That will generate reactions. So yeah. So so I come I know many people will start saying, "What did you press? What did you press? We can't see it. How did you get there?" I will soon see them. You will soon see them now. They will soon come and be asking me. They are looking at the screen, oh. They are seeing what I'm doing, oh, but they will still ask me. Somebody said that's light purple. Maybe it's because of your screen, or because you see what I was telling you the other time that when you are doing something on laptop, on my own laptop here I'm seeing blue, and on the phone you guys are seeing purple. So let me reduce the hue a little bit more. Let me see if I get a perfect blue that will show blue on your screen. So I think this is bluey enough now. So let me go and change my color. Okay. So see the way I'm doing it, neat, small, small. So I will see the way we also play around our images. So now I'm gonna say, let me see how I can use let me use the lasso tool to fill it up. Like Daniel is saying something. Yeah. Don't worry about all this drama I'm doing. Oh. I know some of you will still come and ask me question. How did I do that? So we have not gotten to that too. So If you can figure it out, you figure it out. If you can't figure it out, don't give yourself a headache. So yeah. So are we seeing what I'm doing? Somebody is saying, I'm too fast. Sir, you are too fast. You are too fast. You have to be patient with us. You are too fast. You are too fast. My goodness. Yeah, my goodness. So they say I'm too fast. To just hold on. Just hold on. So I will explain what I did. Uh, then we'll move on from there. Then I'll give you. I drop the image for you. Then you do the assignment and send back to me. So I am Daniel. I am Daniel. Meet my friends. Meet my new friends. So I'm just gonna use a very simple. We have just 30 minutes to the end of this class, so I expect us to pay very rapid attention now because I am going to. I may not be able to explain everything to the end because I am also under authority, so I have to end when they say I should end. So so pay attention to how I use my text to, so that when you are doing your own, you don't come and choke it up, choke things up, and then everything is just busy and clumsy. So this is just the design I'm doing. As simple as that, I have communicated. Daniel is telling us to meet his new friends, right? So okay, so now I will use 2 minutes to quickly explain it. And okay, so now you have the image already. See my layers panel. If you don't, after I finish explaining now, I'm just going to summarize the class, close the class, drop the assignment, and all of that. So if you don't understand what I did, rewind the video, go back and watch the video, watch it, see everything I clicked while I was doing it, so that you can be able to also apply it when you are doing your own design. So I'm going to explain it now. So now I brought in my image. Of course, I've already told you how how to bring in images in Photoshop, right? So the first thing I did was to bring in my image. So I told you that the image was too light, like it's too bright, it's not communicating effectively. um what I would have loved it to do. So what I did was first of all adjust the brightness and contrast from the adjustment layer. So which is what gave me this. Where did I get the adjustment layer from? I told you, if you come to window, because I know somebody will still ask me, sir, where is the adjustment? Sir, where is the adjustment? Come to window here. You see adjustments here. So if you click on adjustments, it will pop up for you here. You understand? If you go to photo pair, probably it will also have the same thing. The very first thing there is the brightness and contrast. So when you click on it, you adjust it the way you want to adjust it and the way you want it to look. So it was after I did that I got this. So I hope you are following me now. It was after I did that I got it. So then I said, let's assume that the brand color is blue. You understand? The brand color of the company I'm doing the design for, let's assume is blue. So I go to my hue and saturation. Hue and saturation is under the same adjustment layer. Look at it here. See hue and saturation here is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. So I got there, tweaked it to get to blue, gave me this. Then I brought my rectangle. I wanted to type my text on. Yeah. So after I drew the rectangle, this is where I got my rectangle from, because I know you asked me where did I get my rectangle from. It's a shape too. Look at it here. You see the rectangle on the Photoshop tools. See it here. You click on it, grab a rectangle, draw the rectangle, remove the outline and all of that. So I'll still teach us all this. I've not come to this tool at all. I've not taught you anything here. So I'll still come here. Don't worry. So I got my rectangle. See my rectangle here. Yeah. So I don't want the rectangle to block. Look at it now. If it's solid color, it will be blocking the background. So I wanted a part of the background to reflect in the rectangle. So that's why I reduced the opacity. I reduced the opacity here. It was 100 before. I reduced it to 58. So then I drew this shape using the lasso tool here with the same color to show that Daniel was the one speaking. Then I typed my text. That's all. So I'm going to drop. Yeah, that's all. Somebody should clap for me now. Didn't I try? Is my design not? Is it not good? Is it not functional? Is it a busy design? Yeah. So let me stop sharing my screen now. So thank you very much for joining the class today. I'm going to share this. Okay, let me leave it. Sorry, let me leave it. Some of us are still looking at it, right? So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it and end the class right on that screen so that you can all see it very well. I'm going to leave it and end the class on that. So because yeah. So go over it again and be sure that you're able to do what I said we should do. So 1200 by 1080. I'll send the image through the community admin. They'll send the image to you. Replicate what I did. Replicate what I did. That's the assignment for tomorrow. Replicate what I did. Then tomorrow, submit it. And tomorrow we review it. Thank you very much for coming to class today again. I hope you learned a lot. I have already given you an assignment for tomorrow now. So God bless you. Bye bye. Thank you very much.